Hail Mary, full of grace. Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, look where I am. I'm here at my special shrine to Mother Mary. As many of you know, I just love Mary. I used to be Catholic, and when I was Catholic, I loved Mary, and these days I'm a Wiccan, but I still honor Mary. There are members of the eclectic Wiccan community who tend to agree with me that we see in Mary the presence of the goddess. We believe that she is a form of the goddess. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to believe that, and you might say, Bob, I'm a Wiccan, I don't believe that. That's okay. But for people who are eclectic, who are open to that, I want to share my altar today, okay? So come on along, I'll give you a little tour. I've set my altar over on one wall here of my living room. And as you can see, I've got beautiful altar cloths on it. I've got a full draped, in fact, I'll come up here and show it to you. A fully draped, beautiful, it's kind of a mint blue, which I just love. The color of blue is oftentimes associated with Virgin Mary, particularly in the aspect as Our Lady of Grace, the form that I honor her in. And on top of that, I have a beautiful white cloth here. And I just think it looks crisp and elegant with the mint blue and the white. And let me give you a little altar tour here. Well, we're going to start with our Blessed Mother here, right here. Here's a beautiful statue of Mary. It's about two feet high. And this is her known as Our Lady of Grace, or Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal. And it was believed that Mary appeared to St. Catherine Labouré back in 1830. And when Catherine Labouré saw her, she looked like this. She was wearing a beautiful, soft white robe and a beautiful cloak of blue. And blue has traditionally been the color of Mary since this time. And this is the form she took. So this is one of the forms that I love of Mother Mary. Now, yesterday I showed you I was wearing my miraculous medal. And I actually have some here on the altar, which I'll show you. And this is a miraculous medal. It's a Catholic medal, but it has the Virgin Mary on it, and she appears as she looks in the statue. So that image of that statue is what's found on this medal. So I have a number of these miraculous medals. I just love them. I've always loved miraculous medals. And I have them here sitting at her feet. Last night I did a ritual to charge and bless them. This was a beautiful gift. A lady that I bought a medal from actually is this large medal here. I just bought this recently. I got a really good deal on it. And she sent me this card, which is also an image of Our Lady of Grace. And I think it's just beautiful. It's like my statue here. And sometimes she's shown wearing a pink robe and sometimes a white. It can be different colors. And down at her feet there's the miraculous medals. And what's really interesting is Our Lady of Grace is standing on a serpent. And this goes into the Catholic tradition that Satan, the evil spirit, is being crushed, that Mary overcomes all evil. And so this represents as an evil snake. And not that saying all snakes are evil. I'm not on that vein. But Mary crushes evil and it's wherever it's found. So she's a powerful protector against evil spirits. And you'll see even in this card, she's standing on a snake down there. But this is my altar, and so as I said, we've got the beautiful mint blue altar cloth, and I've got a white altar cloth, and I got some beautiful silver candlesticks. Now, I haven't been able to get out today. I've been busy doing readings, but I'm going to get me some taper candles to put in these. But these are some silver candlesticks that I have. And then in the back here, I have some beautiful silver vases. These are lovely silver vases that have the flowers in them. Now, these are actually, believe it or not, silk flowers. They're carnations that are kind of an ivory color tinged with pink. I just thought they were beautiful and they look so real. And you can see I got another vase over here. So there's our other vase with our flowers. And you may want to notice here, also I've got incense burning on the altar. I'm looking for a Virgin Mary incense holder. I don't think I've ever seen one, but I'm going to keep my eye out on it. I put it right now on top of a napkin here because I just realized that this brand new, this cloth, this white cloth is so pure and white. The if I get ash on it, it's going to stain it. So I put something down here for right now. And I've got just some little votive candles that I've set here. And, you know, so now I want you guys to notice we've got around the statue a beautiful Celtic backdrop. Let me see if I can go back and you guys can see some. It's kind of hard to see here. I don't have the best lighting. But behind Mother Mary, there's a giant pentacle and a crescent moon, which the moon is a sign of Mother Mary. So for those of you who love Mary and also love the goddess, you can use moon imagery with Mary. Okay, now look at this. I've put beautiful blue lights I've strung up here around the tapestry, and those follow all the way down. So pardon the rest of my house. I'm moving stuff, so I got boxes everywhere. It's a little bit of a mess. But yeah, so this is my altar. And I have also here on it, I've got my wand because I was doing consecrations of these metals last night. And I was going to film that, but, you know, really, I wanted to be in the moment, not worry about camera angles and stuff. So we'll do rituals here at this altar a little later. But tonight, I want to just give you a little tour. I also have my book here from Lady Angela. This was my Christmas gift from her. It's a handmade Book of Shadows. And I did a consecration out of this. And in fact, I'm going to put some stuff in this tonight, and I'll show that to you as well. So I have that on my Marian altar. But for those of you who are interested in, you know, honoring Mother Mary, I do believe she is a form, the feminine face of the divine. She is the goddess. If you study the history of Mary, of her titles, she's called Mother of God. She's called Our Lady of Grace. She's called Our Lady of the Universe, Star of the Sea. You know, all of these titles were actually titles of the ancient goddess. And Mary is called under these. And in many places where she's appeared, she's referred to herself under those titles that she was called. So this is another reason why I do believe that Mary can be a form of the goddess. And that light's pretty. Now, as I said, the colors blue and white are traditionally associated with Mary. So, you know, not saying you have to have blue, because there are other forms of Mary that have other colors, such as, you may remember I've talked about Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And in that apparition, Mary appeared dressed in brown clothing. So brown is also a Marian color associated with Our Lady of Mount Carmel. But in her form as Our Lady of Grace, she tends to wear blue. And so you'll see in Marian altars, there's a lot of blue. Isn't that just beautiful? Hey Tubies, well, I'm sitting here and I'm working on my new Book of Shadows. Lady Angela gave me for Christmas this amazing custom-made book. And the wonderful thing is that you can add your own spells and magic to it. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. You guys may remember, for those of you that were at the show on Sunday night, I taught you guys that ritual to do a spirit invoking pentagram to banish evil. And I thought I'd put that in my Book of Shadows here. So I'm just drawing a pentacle to do that. Now, you know, when you're doing this spell, you want to visualize like blue light or purple blue. I'm going to add a little purple to this because I just think, you know, that it'll raise the vibration. I always see it that way. But this is amazing because this book, Lady Angela has, oops, hold on, I got to put a marker here. One of the wonderful things about this book is Lady Angela's built in silk page markers. So I got a silk page marker. But as you can see, she prints these on amazing high quality parchment. Now this is custom made. You can see how thick this book is, but I just love it. And it's done in like a silver snake skin or dragon skin, as she calls it. I think it's really cool. It's got pentacles on it. But and if you buy Lady Angela's book, she custom makes them. She gives you a certificate of authenticity as well. So I've got that. And I mean, her books are just amazing. And she puts spells in them. Now, the wonderful thing is she can custom make these, maybe solid spells or blank or something. I actually have a lot of her spells in my other spell book. So she just put some basic spells in here, and a lot of this is blank, so I can write my own rituals and spells. And so that's what I'm working on here. Check out my markers. Lady Angela gave me, as part of my birthday gift, this set of markers, which is their professional artist markers. They come in a carrying case, and they're like, look how many colors are, like every color you can imagine, and subtle shades of color. And so I'm working with that with my Book of Shadows, and I tell you, I just love it. I'm thinking I'm going to add a little purple to this, because I always see purple when I'm doing it. You know, when you do magic, you want to be attentive to the energy, because like when I cast this pentacle of protection, I always see it as bluish or bluish purple, so I'm going to add a little purple to it. Now, what's really cool, these markers, they have two ends. One end, let me show it to you here. Oh, hold on, I got to set the, hold on, see if I can get it going here. I can't open it. Oh, here it is. One end is a fine tip end, like for fine writing, so you can write words. And the other end is actually a calligraphy, a wider, broader end. If I can open it, there it is. And so you can see the other end has a broader point. So we're going to use the broad end on this because I've got a thick pentacle. So I'm going to add a little more color to it. You know, this is the wonderful thing with this book, is that you can make it uniquely yours. And so I'm putting my pentacle blessing in this. I think it looks great. You know, when you do magic, take your time with it. Just enjoy it. Make it uniquely yours, you know. You know, Books of Shadows are treasures. You all watch the TV show Charmed. You know, in that book, they have their Book of Shadows in the show. And, of course, I know that show's fiction. It's not real Wicca. But some of the elements are like real Wicca because they have, you know, the Book of Shadows. And in their Book of Shadows is passed down to them from generation to generation. And at the end of the series, it shows them all gathering to add more contributions to the Book of Shadows. That's how the show ends at the end of the 10-year run or whatever, but I don't want to give it all away. But, you know, anyways, it made me think about that because, you know, I'm uniquely adding to my Book of Shadows. And someday this will be a legacy to pass on to somebody. You know, people will have my magic. If you have a Book of Shadows, not to be morbid, but you might want to think about, you know, who you're going to pass it on to. You know, if you have family you want to pass it on to, or friends, and, you know, prepare it and make it something that they'll have. So I think this is a lot of fun. I'm having such a good time with my pentacle here in my Book of Shadows. I gotta do some refinement. I'm not a great artist on this, but we're working on it. So here I am with my newly created spell. I wrote this in my book. As I showed you, Lady Angela's put in a lot of blank pages. And the ritual we did the other night on the witching hour, I've now put in my Book of Shadows, the Spirit Invoking Pentacle spell. And I wrote in here, for protection, banishing of evil spirits. And it says, chant the following while tracing a pentacle over a person, place, or thing. And here's the prayer. Here this pentacle I lay for blessing by night and by, actually I put it in it, by night, by day. Or you could put and in there. I got to fix that. I think I'm saying for blessing by night and by day. And here's our spirit invoking. Now I've put in here instructions so you can see start here. It means you always start for this spell at the bottom point. And you trace upwards. And as you do that, you visualize flaming blue and purple light. And then you circle it. And I've put a marker to where to start and then points and arrows along the way. So the first point goes up. Then the second point goes down. And then the third point goes up this way. So you trace through the pentacle. And I've marked it and demarcated, so I'll always have it in case I forget. So anyways, that's just one of my spells that I put here in my Book of Shadows. What's really cool is Lady Angela gifted me with some of her own spell pages from her own Book of Shadows. And she put them in here. Like, here's blessing for the body. And it's how to bless your eyes, bless your mouth. And Lady Angela does all her spell pages in handwritten form, which is traditional witchcraft. So I said, you know, I got to continue this tradition since I have this wonderful Book of Shadows. So I put in my handwritten magic. And, you know, over time, I'll be able to fill this book up and have amazing art, amazing magic. Because, you know, magic is art and art is magic, you know. So there you go. Well, guys, I've certainly had a great time being here with you guys tonight. And I want to say thank you for being part of my channel. I hope this has given you some ideas today for if you want to work with the Blessed Mother Mary as your goddess form. And you'll learn, and I hope you learned about working a little bit more at the Book of Shadows. And if you want to get a Book of Shadows, I'd encourage you to pop over to rarewiccaspells.com. Lady Angela will custom make them for you. So definitely go see her. I'll put the link in the box below. But I want to say thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your patience. You know, I'm very busy with readings. And but if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, I still have openings in the weekend. So give me a call at my office, 571-483-2112, or write to me at my email, links below, readings@robert-hickman.com. We'll get you in on the schedule. You guys are best. I love you. Sending blessings to all of you. And keep it here at Spirit Channel. By the way, help me out. Like this, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Thursday, for Vlog Thursday. We're going to go have an adventure. We'll see you then. Blessed be.